Welcome to this GCSE Biology revision video focusing on the brain. We will explore the structure, regions, and functions of the human brain, as well as how scientists investigate this incredible organ. This video covers four main areas: the brain and the central nervous system, the key brain regions, investigating the brain through scans and surgery, and essential exam tips. We begin with Chapter 1, the brain and the central nervous system. We'll start by understanding how the brain integrates into the body's communication network. The central nervous system, or CNS, is the body's control center. It comprises the brain and the spinal cord, working together to receive, process, and respond to information. The brain is the main processing center, while the spinal cord carries nerve signals throughout the body. The brain is the most complex human organ. It constantly receives signals from sense organs, processes this information, and sends out instructions. Its three core functions are to receive information, process it, and respond via effectors like muscles and glands. This capability is essential for conscious action and memory. The brain controls complex behaviors such as problem-solving, decision-making, and memory formation. Unlike simple reflexes controlled by the spinal cord, complex behaviors require the brain to interpret, store, and generate new responses. This process involves the simultaneous integration of many brain regions, making the brain so difficult to fully understand. Chapter 2 focuses on the regions of the brain. You must know three key areas for your exam and what each controls. The three key brain regions are the cerebral cortex, cerebellum, and medulla. The cerebral cortex controls intelligence and conscious thought. The cerebellum coordinates movement and balance. The medulla manages automatic processes like heart rate and breathing. Each region has a distinct location. The cerebral cortex is the outer, folded layer. The cerebellum is at the lower back of the brain. The medulla is at the base, connecting the brain to the spinal cord. Let's explore the first region, the cerebral cortex, the seat of intelligence, memory, and conscious thought. The cerebral cortex is the heavily folded outermost layer, increasing its surface area to pack in more neurons. It's responsible for complex human functions like intelligence, memory, language, and personality. Conscious actions are deliberate movements and decisions that require thought, such as voluntary muscle movements and problem-solving. The cerebral cortex is vital because its size, relative to body size, is what enables humans' complex capabilities like language, culture, and abstract thought. The cortex controls intelligence, including higher-order thinking and reasoning. It manages memory, storing both short-term and long-term. It processes language, from reading to speaking, and handles conscious perception, turning raw sensory signals into meaningful experience. Moving to the second region, the cerebellum, which is responsible for coordination, balance, and precise movement control. The cerebellum is located at the lower back of the brain. Its primary role is coordinating muscle movements to be smooth and precise. It fine-tunes and coordinates signals from the motor cortex, acting as a skilled editor for movement. The cerebellum is key for maintaining balance and posture by receiving information from the inner ear, eyes, and muscles. It makes rapid, unconscious adjustments to keep you upright, enabling everyday examples like walking, riding a bike, and catching objects. Damage causes ataxia, leading to uncoordinated, jerky movements and balance difficulty. In short, the cerebellum first receives signals about intended and actual movement. Second, it compares and corrects any differences, sending correction signals. Third, it produces a smooth output, essential for fluid, coordinated, and balanced physical activity. Next, we examine the third region, the medulla, which handles automatic, life-sustaining processes that operate without conscious thought. The medulla, or medulla oblongata, sits at the base of the brain, merging with the spinal cord. It controls automatic, involuntary processes vital for survival, which cannot rely on conscious control. Importantly, the medulla regulates heart rate and breathing rate, a key exam fact. The medulla regulates heart rate, automatically speeding it up during exercise and slowing it during rest. It controls breathing rate and depth, increasing it when carbon dioxide levels rise. It is also involved in automatic reflexes like swallowing, coughing, and vomiting. Damage to the medulla is immediately life-threatening. Here is a comparison of the three regions: cortex, cerebellum, and medulla. The cortex is on top, controlling conscious action, memory, and intelligence. The cerebellum is lower back, managing unconscious coordination and balance. The medulla is at the base, running automatic life support functions like heart rate and breathing. We move on to Chapter 3, brain damage and body function. Understanding how damage to different regions affects the body has provided vital clues about brain function. Damage to a specific area of the brain results in the loss of that specific function. Cortex damage can cause memory loss or personality changes. Cerebellum damage leads to ataxia and loss of coordination. Medulla damage can be fatal as it disrupts essential life functions like heart rate and breathing. The study of brain injury patients has greatly advanced our knowledge. Symptoms resulting from strokes or injuries reveal the function of the damaged region, helping scientists map the cortex. Famous cases, like Phineas Gage, demonstrated the link between the frontal lobe and personality. Chapter 4 focuses on investigating the brain. We will now look at how scientists use modern technology to study the brain's structure and function. The brain is challenging to study because it is inaccessible inside the skull, requiring risky surgery for access. Its functions are highly NNECTED, and every brain is slightly unique, complicating research and generalization. The complexity of the brain is illustrated by its staggering numbers: 86 billion neurons and about 100 trillion synaptic connections, all packed into an organ with an average mass of 1.4 kilograms. This complexity highlights why it remains one of science's greatest mysteries. Magnetic resonance imaging, or MRI, is vital for seeing the brain. It uses magnetic fields and radio waves to create detailed structural images safely. Functional MRI, or fMRI, detects changes in blood flow to show which areas are active during specific tasks, helping to map brain function. Scientists use fMRI by having participants perform a task in the scanner. The scanner measures increased blood flow and activity in certain regions. Scientists then link this activity to the region, allowing them to map functions like language and movement in the brain. Other methods include EEG, which uses electrodes to detect real-time electrical activity, useful for studying sleep and epilepsy. Case studies of brain-damaged patients reveal function, and neurosurgery allows direct observation and stimulation of areas in conscious patients. We now move to Chapter 5, Neurosurgery. We will explore how surgery can treat brain disorders and understand the serious risks involved in these delicate procedures. Neurosurgery involves surgical procedures on the brain or nervous system, treating conditions like tumors, epilepsy, and brain hemorrhage. Advances in imaging and surgical techniques have made these operations much more precise, improving outcomes for patients. Despite the benefits, neurosurgery carries significant risks due to the brain's complexity. Potential risks include infection, bleeding that can cause further brain damage, unintended damage resulting in loss of function like paralysis, and difficult-to-predict personality changes. We conclude with Chapter 6, Exam Tips and Key Facts. Here are the essential points you need to secure your marks in the exam. A top exam tip is to remember the function of the medulla. It controls heart rate and breathing rate. Do not confuse it with the cerebellum, which controls movement and balance. If the question mentions automatic processes, heart rate, or breathing, the answer is the medulla. In summary, the brain is part of the CNS, which includes the spinal cord. Its three main regions are the cerebral cortex, cerebellum, and medulla, each with distinct functions.